Hello everyone, welcome back to Lucky15, where I'll be giving you my Lucky 15 selections as normal for tomorrow's horse racing action here in the UK. Just going to go through on how today's selections ran. Well, we're finally back amongst the winners, as it were. We did have one winner at least today, with Socialites Red at Nottingham. Good performance there by the jockey R. Walsh, not Ruby Walsh, but another flat conditional jockey who got up well for us today. Only just won, but not a bad winner because we backed it at the early price of 5-1, so a little bit of money back there. Other horses that ran were David's Beauty, which came fourth, which was annoying. We did an each way one today, and that came fourth. It led for quite a lot of the way, but a couple of horses passed it towards the last furlong or so, and even though it got a good start and that, it probably never was going to win the race today, unfortunately. So that was slightly disappointing there. We also had Volata at Air in the 7:10. Good performance. It got a great start again. Was in the mix, but again just got found out by a horse or two. So that was annoying there. And we also had So It's War at Air as well. Keith Dalglish runner there. Not a great performance. The start, the horse fluffed it, but it managed to get back in the race okay, but it used up probably quite a lot of its energy to actually get back, and it was travelling okay, coming down the home straight, but a few other horses found that one out, and So It's War puffed out towards the end, so that was a bit annoying there, but not a bad day. At least the horses actually showed some effort, to be in the business end of the race and not sit at the back and absolutely outpaced by everything. So yeah, not bad. Shame actually, I did alright today. I had a few winners on some other little bets that I did. So it's typical. I normally make this vlog, and then the day after I make a bet or two, and they normally do alright. So so hopefully I can predict some winners for tomorrow, some more winners to hopefully continue our streak going, or at least create a streak after at least today's one winner. But the first race we're going to tomorrow is the 4 o'clock at Hamilton, and the horse we're going for here, I hope I pronounce this right, is Titi Makfi, which is currently around about 4-1 with bookmakers at the moment. This horse is trained by Mark Johnston and will be ridden by one of his main jockeys, Joe Fannin. Mark Johnston had a good day today. He had a couple of winners. He did at Beverley, so that was good there. And he's also been good recently at his progression with his horses from 2-year-olds to 3-year-olds. And this is exactly what that horse is. He's 3 years old. He's 3 years old this year, and even though he didn't win last year, he put in some good performances. He had a good run at Turf Redcar, where he came third in that race. And then he was tried on the all-weather for a little bit in the winter, had a few places here and there, but he just couldn't get over the line to win. But you say that, he hasn't been seen for around about 6 months, and with that progression coming into play, I definitely think this horse has got a good chance of running well tomorrow. So that's who we're going for there. Titi Makfi, currently 4-1 bookmakers at the moment. You can find him at 10-3 with some others as well. So that's who we're going for in the 4 o'clock at Hamilton. The second selection tomorrow sees us go to the evening jumps fixture at Ffos in the 6:30 with a horse called Super Scorpion. This is from the Deborah Hamer yard, who's got a pretty good record at Ffos. I think she might be quite a local trainer. Can be ridden by jockey Tom Bellamy, who's not a bad jockey. This horse ran on its seasonal reappearance a few weeks ago at Ffos, where it was a course and distance winner. This horse looks really unexposed. It won well last time, and if he's still quite fresh, hopefully there's plenty of more in his locker with this horse being unexposed. It looks like it's a good stayer as well, and even though the handicapper has put it up slightly, I definitely think there's a lot to like about this horse in what looks like a slightly tight race tomorrow, but around about 5-1 bookmakers at the moment I managed to find him at. That's who I've selected there, so that's who our second selection tomorrow is in our Lucky 15. Our third selection tomorrow in our Lucky 15 sees us go to Newcastle on the 7:20 with a horse called Almane. This is a Richard Fahey horse, I should say, and will be ridden by conditional jockey Adam McNamara. This is because this horse has picked up a penalty for a subsequent win, but that horse that it beat that day, the horse that finished second in that race, was Amelia James, who's gone on to win a race since and put in a reasonable performance at Chester a couple of weeks ago. So the form looks not too bad there. Currently 2-1 bookmakers at the moment. Adam Namara is not a bad jockey. He's had a few wins as a conditional, so that's not really off-putting. So if all's that's well tomorrow, I think this horse, Almane Dancer, 2-1 at the moment, is probably going to win the race, or should at least be in the business end. And that's who we're going for there at Newcastle in the 720. Our last selection tomorrow sees us stay at Newcastle in the last race there at 8:50 with Pushkin Museum. Graham Lee and Patrick Morris team up for this one. Now this horse is a very consistent performer over the all-weather, hasn't been seen for about a month or so, but that's not to put you off. Pushkin Museum's had a lot of places over the winter. He's had a couple of wins as well, so he runs really well on the all-weather. Newcastle, you could say, is one of his probably weaker tracks, but he's still put in some reasonable performance there. He's currently around 6-1 bookmakers at the moment, and I'm hoping that he'll put in a good performance tomorrow, because even when he has come like even 4th or 5th, he's still put in a decent performance, and there hasn't been a lot between him and the winner. So yeah, that looks quite promising selection there. But I didn't fancy many runners for tomorrow's horse racing. To be honest, I had a look at it and I found it quite hard to pick some like horses that I thought, wow, like they're gonna do well. So that's why I've maybe picked Pushkin Museum, who's quite like consistent type. So don't blame me tomorrow if that horse doesn't come in, but that's who I selected there. If you've got any bets tomorrow, if you've done alright today, let us know in the comments box below. Also follow us on Twitter at Lucky15. You can also like us on Facebook at Lucky15. Gamble responsibly, and we'll be seeing you soon.